Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today me and Susan are discussing a John Carpenter movie
I
from
think
19.
isn't it truly that we're right about now we're getting into the John Carpenter series of spooky tunes or spooky movies?
Yes, because last year we did a sort of a season of Stephen King stuff,
Uh-huh.
so we've decided this year we're going to go John Carpenter, um, and this is the
Sounds
first one. I
sounds
know
good.
it's not still at September, but we like to build our things up for the October. So this
Yeah.
is the first one, and it's vampires, or sometimes known as John Carpenter's vampires.
Yeah.
So, starring James Wood in the main role as Jack Crow,
Uh-huh.
um, and some other actors, which I was surprised with. One in this was Maximilian Schell.
Uh-huh.
How John Carpenter got him into this movie, I do not know. A great actor like that. Um, but yeah, it's a story of a group of vampire hunters, killers who work for the church.
Yeah.
That's
Sort of.
that's the crook of it all. Is that they work for the church. They go out there and kill the vampires and kill the what do they call them, the masters.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the main thing of the movie. So I'll go over to Susan for her opening thoughts on vampires.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like this one for the basic reason that, okay, each group deserves their own kind of vampires. The Swedish ones have uh, "Don't Let the Right One In," and the Mormons have the Twilight series, and the British have a shitload of other choices. Like the British have all these other choices, and then there's the South and New Orleans and the Catholics have Anne Rice and also have True Blood. So I mean, like, there's a bunch of fun, sort of group centric, and this one you could say is like I guess you'd call it the Tories or the conservatives over there. This is the Republican vampire movie because James Woods and Daniel Baldwin are both super mega super Republicans. And so let me tell you a little bit about what you discover when you watch this movie.
Right.
And I've watched it a few times. I've seen this about 15 times. They used to play it all the time on HBO when I had it to watch True Blood. Is that they try to get you to watch True Blood and then sort of put vampires right after it so that you'd be continuing on in the right vein. I don't know, man. Though, but let
I
me just.
see what you did there in the right vein.
I know.
Oh,
I'm good today. It's because I've been snoozing all afternoon. It's very good for you to snooze in the afternoon on a Sunday. Um, yeah. So this group, how it's revealed how you as people who don't actively follow politics and don't aren't actively like trying to figure out who people are in the political sphere. You don't always see that but you get strong senses of it because of the way they treat women, because of the way they treat people of color. Like all of the slayers are white people, and all the vampires are Hispanic and uh, you know people of different origins, and so it's just you just get the right feel, and you just know that that these are the kind of people who not only will stake a bitch vampire right in the heart, will shoot a little harpoon with a winch on it, a winch wire on it, and a winch, and drag them out into the sunshine, and where they just basically become like charcoal. Um, let's see. So you know that those are the same people who will try to invade or storm the Capitol. So yeah. I guess we got to look at it that way. And the other thing, the other fact is that there aren't the none of the LGBTQ vampires or people who are bitten who become vampires ever survive the movies. So I mean, it just this is the Republican vampire movie. So and John Carpenter, I'm not 100. I don't have any idea what his political stance is, but you know, if he was trying to make a point about that these actors and their political stance by casting them in this movie with these sorts of through reigns, he did a good job. And anyway, yeah, 20. This was what is this? This was from 2005.
1998.
Oh, 1998. So yeah, 20 years later, it's these people have shown their true colors anyway, and everything that was in the dark is now in the light. And so anyway, I'm going to do some more research on John Carpenter and see if anything else shows up in his movies as we dive in and deconstruct these things and get all geeky about it, because that's what we do here at Geeks Assembled. That's the real fun stuff. Anyway, back over to you, Lee.
Thank you, Susan. And if you get distracted by something at the side of the camera, it's because there's a cat sat there cleaning itself. She just jumped up just before we started this.
She's a diva.
Yes. Back to vampires, though. I thought I'd seen this movie before. I was positive I had. I sat down this weekend to watch it, and I thought, I've never seen this movie before. I must have been confused it with something else. It's not Carpenter's best. I've got to be honest with you here, Susan. You've got James Wood and Daniel Baldwin absolutely chewing the scenery. Bad acting, to be honest. Really bad acting. Cheryl Lee wasted in this, to be honest.
All the women, you know why? Because of what I said earlier.
Yeah, I mean, she's a brilliant actress. I mean, well famous for Twin Peaks, of course. But just wasted in this. And then, as I said at the beginning, Maximilian Schell. What an awesome actor!
Yeah.
In my opinion, in this drivel, how Carpenter persuaded him, or whoever's persuaded him to take the part of the cardinal, I do not know. I can't believe Maximilian Schell was on hard times. No way. But and also you get Thomas Ian Griffith playing the master vampire. Most known for his role in the Karate Kid movie. I can't remember which one it was, but playing. I mean, all he was his face was just whitened up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen better vampires in other movies, to be honest.
Yep.
Just whiten his face up a bit, make him look pale, and stick some fangs in it. That's it. Yeah. There's better vampire makeup out there. Yeah. It's just the story. As I said at the beginning, the story is that a group of elite. They all get killed, don't they?
Elite.
Dropouts. A group of dropout vampire assassins.
Yeah, let me just lay something in here.
Yeah,
You remember the lesbian vampire killers, that British movie
yeah,
about those chicks who are all lesbian vampires, and like those two nut jobs who go after them. Yeah, that had lots of endearing stuff, but yeah, they both of those dudes survived.
yeah.
Why are these killers just completely unable to survive?
I mean that scene in the motel. You think, yeah, okay, he's a one vampire. Everybody, apart from the two who escaped,
Yep.
well, three, of course, Cheryl. Um, there was supposed to be killers.
I know.
I don't get it. I just did. But that's all. That's the story of it. It's just that group go out to kill vampires for the church. The church gives them this job of this vampire who's supposed to be the first vampire,
Yep.
and that's it. That's the story.
So what's funny is that the church wanted them to get this one vampire
Yeah,
because the church assumed that if you kill the master vampire from the origin story of vampires, who was, a guy who burned they started a rite or ritual, and he got stuck, and then they burned the church down or something around him, and he
but
became a vampire.
but the twist is, of course, the the head vampire was working with the cardinal.
Yeah.
It, the cardinal betrayed. He wanted everlasting life. And as I was watching it, I'm thinking, this has all been done before.
Yeah.
There's some great action. There is some great action scenes in this movie, but for me, the acting is terrible, really. And I know John Carpenter movies aren't, shall we say, Oscar winning performances and stuff like that. I know that, but I don't know what he was thinking when he did this one. I I mean, James Wood most of the times does chew the scenery
Yeah.
in most movies he's in,
Yeah.
and Daniel Baldwin is, of course, the Baldwin family. Um,
And Alec just went through that whole thing with the shooting of one of those people on Rust or whatever.
yeah,
And I'm not entirely sure if Rust is related to the video game Rust or what. I don't really know, but
no, I don't know.
it's just it
Um,
was, but Daniel Baldwin started out like wanting to be a more versatile Baldwin, more versatile than Alec, and so that means that he wanted to do these kind of movies and some, but you know, you just when you put all these people together that all have that same mindset,
yeah,
and it's obviously written by somebody with this mindset. I just,
yeah, that's it. To me, Woods and Baldwin were literally playing the same character.
they are, yeah, yeah,
There was there was no difference between them.
no,
They had the same attitudes, the same chewing of scenery. And I think that didn't work for me.
yeah,
I could have done with like maybe one, and then the other guy, totally different type of character.
uh-huh.
But having two so similar, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It would have been great had Daniel been able to like talk about how he was connected to the church
Yeah,
and stuff, but yeah, that was weird, and it was weird that the church trusted these fools.
yeah, it, yeah. I mean, you think they're supposed to be out there killing all these family of vampires and stuff like that. And then one night, that's it. They're all gone. I just didn't get it, but
I
hey
know,
ho,
right?
we can't do anything about it because this movie's 20 odd years old.
It's true, but yeah, it just you end up thinking like why was this vampire here? You can't see my cursor, but why was this vampire in the middle?
Yeah,
Why was he so unpowerful, so disempowered, if you will?
yeah,
That was really strange.
yeah.
Anyway,
It's. I mean, this movie cost $20 million budget wise, and box office it just raked over 20 million.
hmm.
Just 20.3.
Oh,
So it didn't do
so
well, did it?
most of so that's the box office, and then they maybe made like 15 million on the selling to HBO or whatever, because like that's really probably where they made the most money, is in those repeat playings in the mid 2000s while True Blood was playing.
I'm just saying here that later on it pulled in another further, was it 42 million on
Yeah,
home video rental and all like that.
yeah, I'd
So
say 15 million is what they
mhm.
got from their connection with HBO.
But for me, I don't know. It just was a really mixed bag of stuff in this movie. So let's go to Susan then. And what parts for you worked? What parts didn't?
Well, I like I said, like there were scenes that I hadn't seen before, like the winch and the drag, the shooting the harpoon winch and drag them out in the sunshine and turning them into charcoal, because usually they just turn into so much ash. And pretty much think that lore is from um, oh God, who was that from? Was that from that was probably from Nosferatu,
Yeah.
I think, because he got kind of burned a bit at the when the door opened. And let's see, the other one the other thing that was pretty interesting about this movie was, yeah, well, it's definitely the misogyny and definitely the disempowerment of all the females. I mean, all
Well,
the
yeah. You mentioned that now. I want to talk about that. Right. The character. Uh,
Cheryl
oh,
Lynn played.
yeah. What was the name of the character? Katrina. Yes, she was bitten by the vampire, so she was infected. But why did um, Tony Montoya,
Daniel.
und- yeah, Daniel Baldwin, feel the need to undress her and tie her to a bed?
Uh, because of that very thing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, tie her to the bed, but why did he
But
feel the need to strip her
but
naked?
if you're going to do that, well, why not go all the way and make it like turn it into a sex scene?
Yeah,
That's where that should lead.
it didn't. All she did was tied to the bed with her bare ass in the air.
Yeah, that's just
Um, that I didn't understand that scene at all. I thought, well, it was pointless.
yeah, it's just to disempower women.
Yeah. Um, so I wasn't keen on that.
No,
But carry on, carry on. That was just I just wanted to get that in when you mentioned that.
no, that was that was part of it. That was a big part of it. And the other part of that was like the way she was not actually referred to by name in all of the throughout the movie. Basically, I mean, like she was called by name maybe once or something,
Mhm.
and then it was all she and stuff for the rest. It was all the pronoun game, and you just gosh. Anyway, let's see. So other things that were interesting about this movie were the way that uh, I liked the way that the priests and the that one cardinal tried to fight the vampires. I mean, I love that because like that's what the priesthood should be doing. If they're gonna involve themselves in creating vampires, then for fuck's sake they have to be on the fighting side of that thing. You know, they can't just be like, no, no, we don't do that. We're not violent, but yeah. So like get yeah. So that's really why, you know, I think that Prince Charles really missed an opportunity because he could have done some really radical stuff, like army stuff or navy stuff, while he was waiting for his turn at being, you know, the the chief of the big firm or whatever you got going on over there. So I just don't know. You know, I think that cardinal fighting off and and stuff that was pretty cool. And then all those priests, you know, but the fact that all of them died and all the vampire like some of the vampires died but not all of them, and then there's like you'd think that if you killed the master that all the others would revert to human and then perhaps, you know, die of old age or whatever.
Well, I
But
thought that if you were if the master was the one who created you and he dies, surely his
surely.
his DNA or his infection or virus or whatever you want to call it dies
Exactly.
with him.
Exactly.
But
And it didn't, and so that was really weird, that you know, Sherry and she and Daniel or, you know,
I mean, that
Montoya got
where did that come from as well? The Daniel and Cheryl love thing. That
they, there wasn't any love thing.
no.
They had the chance when he tied her to the bed, for fuck's sake.
Where did this romance come from? I thought, what?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've heard of Stockholm syndrome, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. You are, Lee. That's exactly right.
But no, I don't know. I mean, I love John Carpenter movies, but I tell you, this one is a stinker. Sorry, I know you like it, but
No, I did. Like I
yeah,
said, uh, due to the script
yeah.
and the kind of shots that they use and the actors that they chose, this is basically, you know, this is basically like vampire for mega,
Mhm.
vampire for maggots. You
I,
know,
I'm just looking at the some accolades this movie was put forward for or won. Um, the Saturn Awards. James Woods won Best Actor for it. What? Best Makeup won. Really? John Carpenter won for Best Music. To be honest, I didn't realise there was any music there. Um, then,
oh my god, that's
then
hilarious.
another awards, the Stinkers, the Bad Movie Awards.
Uh-huh.
Um, where supporting actor was won by Daniel Baldwin. Oh dear me. You couldn't write it, could you? Oh dear. But any more things you'd want to say about the things what didn't work?
No, it's all right. It's just it's
Uh,
the challenge is to to start watching this and then like I just switched to From Dusk Till Dawn after you watch this, just skip over to that other guy's movies.
yeah.
'Cause, the locales are the same, but the reality, and the ethnic diversity and the inclusion and the um you know well, not really belonging. I mean, there's two groups of people trying to survive. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
And there was two sequels to this.
I know.
Two sequels, but direct to video.
I know.
And none of the original actors was in any of them. But
I know.
I just, for me, what stands out for me is the action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Really, and the use of say the cable and the arrow, the spear, or whatever. Um, I've never seen that before. I thought that was a good
Yeah.
idea. Um, but the action scenes, the fight scene, and when they were, fighting the vampires in the old house, and really well done because it was comedic.
Yeah. And and the fact that it took them so long to think of ripping the ceiling down.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like that. You'd think, oh, look at it's all broken up. We can just pile drive into that.
But yeah, that's. I mean, I did like the way they did in daylight, just explode and engulfed in flames, but apart from that, I couldn't really put any more praise on this.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know I chose this, and so I must say
It was off a list I'd written, so
no, but here's the other truth is that some of the things I've chosen or put forth are kind of terrible, like Tomorrow People and stuff like that. But I'll own to that. I'll cop to that.
so shall we go to final say and score then? If we can't think of any more positive stuff to say,
Yeah.
go on then. So,
Yeah. I think that these vampire killers should probably go into ghost hunting. Like they could just something a little safer that you can do with at a distance that doesn't require you uh, fighting anyway. So, but yeah, so I will give this.
ooh, thinking
I'll
hard.
give this. I'll give this 7.5 trucks with winches out of 10.
Wow, that much?
Yeah, that much.
Well,
I know. Lee, just drop that bomb.
it's
Come on.
a difficult one. This. I'm gonna I'm gonna give it four. Four actors chewing the scenery to pieces out of 10.
Oh, wow, that's low. That's low.
As I say, there's not much positivity for. I mean, if I'd have seen this movie before, and I would have known what to expect, and being the vampire's virgin last night when I was watching it, I just don't know what happened to this movie.
So you feel like it was an hour and a half or 2 hours wasted.
I just feel dirty.
Like you've been sleeping with a priest? What kind of dirty are you talking about?
I beg your pardon. How dare you?
No, I dare.
No, it's it's one movie I don't think. I mean, there's more movies out there what we've watched. I mostly would never watch again, and this is going to go on that list.
All right.
I've seen it, done it, been there, worn the t-shirt. Let's move
And
on.
you're not going to watch any of the sequels, are you?
No.
Okay. All right. All right.
Because usually direct-to-video sequels with different actors in, different directors, different producers, are a load of trash.
Wow.
Well, they are.
You're really minding your tongue today.
Well, I haven't had any alcohol.
Ah,
Yeah, if it goes straight direct to video, the movie's no good.
I know. That's true.
So that is our really honest review of John Carpenter's Vampires. And if he does see this review, please don't sue us for libel. We do this from the heart. We love you, John Carpenter. So,
And we're going to be reviewing like a lot of your stuff in the next like 35, 40 days anyway.
16 years.
16.
If they're all like this one, it'll feel like 16 years. No. It was just, for me, it's just a hiccup what John Carpenter did, I think, this one, in his career.
Yep.
He may love this movie, I don't know, but he must have had some love for it to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, then. Susan, thank you for joining me. Even, we don't always give everything.
The challenge is real.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we like, a challenge. You guys out there, if you've seen this movie, let us know what you thought of it. Did you like it?
Down there in the comments.
Or did you think it was a stinker like I thought it was?
Mm-hmm.
Please leave a comment below. If you're watching this on YouTube or through Facebook or whatever, please leave a comment on those sections. Let us know. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, so please just let us know. And if you want to be part of the group, just leave us a message and we'll try and get you in. Just down there.
Totally.
Yeah. All we ask is that you'll be 18 plus, because sometimes we can be a bit potty mouthed, or the stuff we're talking about can be a bit, adult orientated. So 18 plus, have a PC, laptop, tablet, mobile phone with a working camera and microphone. That's all we ask of you, because then we can use the Zoom app on everything and you're good to go. So I think, one more thing. When you do subscribe to our YouTube channel, please press the bell notification button and you'll get a little notification every time we put up a new video. So, and be it a movie, be it TV series, cult, new, audio drama, anything, we put a couple up a week. So please subscribe and press that button. So I think that's it. Susan, is there anything else you'd like to say before we go? Before we get our teeth into something else?
Let's get our teeth into something else.
No, okay.
Thanks, John Carpenter. We'll be talking about a lot of your stuff. Sorry, but this one.
Yeah, well, we got this one out the way first.
This one really revealed some political machinations, and boy, I'm not pleased anyway.
No, well, I'm just not happy with the movie. Full stop. I never went down the political side of it. I just thought it was naff. Oh look, hold me back. Stop recording, Susan, before I start on one.